The following portion of Showcase is sponsored by Trustice Law Group. You hear the siren, the lights are flashing in your rearview mirror, and suddenly your heart starts racing. In that case, if you ever get stopped by the police, you need to know what's important to do and not to do. Here to tell us and explain some of the rights that we have is Shameka Rhoades, CEO and Managing Attorney at Trustice Law Group. All right, so what does someone have the right to say or do during a police stop in Virginia, especially?
So they have the right to ask what they're being stopped for. Now, whether the officer is going to tell them that or not is a different story. They are going to be asked for their ID and vehicle registration, which they have to provide. And then they are going to be sometimes asked to get out of the car. They are allowed to ask why they're being asked to get out, sort of what the officer's probable cause is. Again, whether they're going to be told that or not is something different. And a lot of the things that they ask and say are to help them later on if the case goes to court, because it should be getting recorded with the officer's body camera footage.
Right.
So it is to put those things into place so that if the officer did not have what we call probable cause, which is his reasoning for stopping them or pulling them out of the car, then that will help their case later on.
So do you have to answer an officer's question during a traffic stop?
So what I will tell people is to answer information that they have to give, sort of their biographical information, their name, and maybe their address. But after that, I would not answer any questions, because anything they say to the officer can and will be used against them.
In a court of law.
When they give them those rights, they actually mean those things that are written or that are in them.
Right.
So they definitely need to watch the things that they say, because the officer will then repeat those things in court.
Gotcha. Now let's talk about the searching, because I know that we see this all the time online of people saying, oh, they don't have the right to search me, or they do have the right. What is that rule? Can you have your home or car or phone searched without a warrant?
The general rule is no, they cannot search without a valid warrant. Now, there are exceptions to that, and they are few and far between. They have to have what's called probable cause in order to search. And that is just, they have to have evidence that there's some crime that you're committing. But short of that, they cannot search without a warrant. Now, it is done every day. One of the ways they can search without a warrant is to get your consent. So if they say, can I search the trunk of your car? And you go, sure. Well, now they don't need a warrant, because you have now given them permission. And if they find something illegal, it is going to stick because you allowed them to search.
Got it.
So I tell people, if the police ask permission to do something, it means that they don't have a right to do it otherwise. So just say no.
Do we need to say it in a way that is, like, is there a preferred way to say that, or is no enough?
They can say no, that's enough. No is an entire sentence.
Okay.
And if the officer continues to question them, they need to continue to say, no, I do not give you permission to search. No, I do not give you permission to search. And they can say, I am now exercising my right to remain silent. And they can sit and say nothing else.
Wow. What is the difference between being detained and being arrested? I know there's some confusion with that.
So if officers use this sort of distinction, they will say, we're just detaining you to get information. If you are not free to leave, then in my book, you're arrested, and you have those same rights as a person who is arrested. So if you are detained, as an officer may categorize it, still do not make statements, because those can be used against you. Do not give any kind of information other than like your driver's license, the car registration information. Don't answer questions. Don't make any other kind of statements.
Okay, this is great advice. This is a lot that we did not know, and there is more to unpack. So if you need help, you can call Trustice Law Group. Go online to trustice.us. Follow on social media, and again, their number 804-570-1827. The preceding portion of Showcase was sponsored by Trustice Law Group.